It's time for Ryan's Roses. It's time for Ryan's Roses. Dear Ryan and Sissany, my brother said that he saw my husband out with another woman. And my brother's never really liked my husband. He's always been jealous of the attention my husband gets from our parents. But I don't think my brother would lie about something like this despite their differences. He knows that it would crush me. I agree. I can't see her brother doing this because it ruins her.
Yeah.
So I need to get to the bottom of it. I mean, I'm sure if her brother saw him, he would be fine sharing it, but he wouldn't make it up. Alicia, I don't look, I don't know you. I don't know him. But I can't imagine your brother would make this up because that would just cause heartache for you in a bad way.
Yeah, that was my exact thought.
I could see it that if this happened, that he would see it and then run to tell you because he doesn't like the guy. And this just backs up his not liking him, right? To give him reason to not like him even more.
Did he give you any more details about what he saw?
I mean, he said he saw them walking outside of Starbucks. And with the timeline, it lines up. That was a time that he wasn't at the house. He wasn't back from work. He normally comes back earlier.
Hold on for a second. Why is he cheating if he's walking with the woman at Starbucks?
Yeah, my brother said he had a bad feeling about it, and I told him, "Are you sure? Because this is my marriage."
But your brother doesn't like him. Did we see anything else? I mean, look, Patty and I have walked to Starbucks and back.
Yeah, I mean, I asked him about that too, and he said it looked like they were talking, with their heads really close together. It looked like they knew each other well. I've just been tearing myself up about this because
I get it. I'm suspect a little bit, honestly, because I don't have enough. It doesn't seem that provocative that he's got a coffee with another person.
Could be a coworker.
I suppose. I mean, I wouldn't have. It's just been gnawing at me.
All right, well, that's what this is designed for, to unknaw. Yeah. So hold on one second. We'll come back and try and call. I don't know, sis. I don't have the right feeling here. Mm-hmm. So Alicia, she's married, and she said that her husband and her brother don't get along, and she says her brother saw her husband with another woman walking with coffee.
Okay.
That's it. Her brother's always been jealous of how much her family likes her husband.
It's almost like he's trying to find anything
to
that's
throw
what
him
I'm
saying.
under the bus.
Oh, I saw him with somebody, so he was getting coffee. Yeah. I worry that we don't have enough, but it's making her nuts, and she wants to find out. So we'll make the call. Hey, Alicia, how long have you been married to your husband?
We've been married 7.5 years.
Okay, we're going to call him. Sissany is going to offer him some roses. We'll find out who he sends him to and what he puts on the card, okay? Be very quiet until we tell him he's on the air. We'll go from there.
Okay.
I need you to say, Ryan, you have my permission to call, and whatever his name is on Kiss FM, your husband's name. Go ahead.
Okay. Ryan, you have my permission to call.
All right. Good luck. Here we go. Sis, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Can you do this? Because I know you're broadcasting from your house right now.
Yeah, I can, as long as I can hear him.
Okay, Sissany's broadcasting from her house because the baby's coming.
Yeah.
The babies are coming.
Okay. Gotta take it easy.
Yeah, so don't get you want me to do it?
Do you want to do it?
The call?
I can do the call. I can still speak.
I'm just here for you, man.
I'm good. I'll let you know when it's too much for me, okay?
You let me know and we'll train me.
Okay.
We'll train me. Shh, guys.
Hello.
Hi, is this Mike?
This is Mike.
Hi, Mike. My name is Yolanda. I'm calling from the Beautiful Bloom. We're a brand new flower shop, actually, right on the corner of Hawthorne and El Segundo. How are you doing this morning?
I'm okay. I'm at work.
Oh, I'm sorry to bother you. This will just take 2 seconds. I'm calling because we're offering a chance for local residents to send free flowers to anybody that they'd like today. They're absolutely free. I don't need credit card info, billing info, anything like that from you. So is this something that you'd be interested in? I just need the name of the person that you want to send the flowers to.
I appreciate it, but I'm probably going to decline. you're probably going to ask for my credit card number. And
I promise you, I won't. I just need the name of the person, and we can put a quick note on there. They'll get them by lunchtime. All that we hope for is that you refer us to friends and family.
Yeah,
they're absolutely free.
No, I understand that, but it's not a good time. I'm sorry.
There's no, you don't have, a wife, anybody that you would want to put a smile on their face today? Honestly, I can get you off the phone in 1 minute or less. And we can send some flowers off.
No, I gotta go. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Mike, it's Ryan Seacrest. Your voice is being broadcast on the radio. How are you, Mike?
I'm good.
Do you have 1 sec, real quick? So I have your wife on the phone, and she told us that her brother saw you with another woman getting coffee, and her brother made it seem like you were more than friends with this woman. And so she's on the line here, and she's concerned that maybe something's going on with another woman because it seems like her brother painted that picture. Can you explain?
I can, but this is really weird.
Ryan, I just wanted to jump in. I really thought that you were not going to mention, that it was my brother that saw him. I thought that was clear in my email.
Oh, I didn't see that part. I don't see where it says that.
Babe,
sorry.
What are you doing right now? This is how busy I am at this hour on this day. And
on the email.
Ryan, you're great. I like you, but
thanks, Mike.
Why is this?
I'm sorry. I was just so worried. I was feeling like we were being very distant.
Worried about what? What are you talking about? This is ridiculous. What did your brother see? What? This is not coming from you. This is totally something your brother would start up.
Well, see, I told him he shouldn't. I'm so sorry. You've been acting strange, and I got this in my head. But
I'm stressed. You know that.
Yeah.
So wait,
why wouldn't you send flowers to me then? What's going on?
First of all, you don't even really like flowers that much. Every time I got you flowers in the past, you say something you want that it isn't going to die. We've had this discussion. So it's if you had this affliction for flowers, I'd be like, oh yeah, I got to get them to Alicia immediately. But it's not who cares? It's stupid flowers.
I didn't mean to give you that impression. All women like flowers. Everyone likes
whatever.
flowers.
Whatever. Okay. Well, if I want to get you flowers, I'll get you flowers and I'll pay for them. I don't need some free service.
Mike, we're still here, all of us.
Mm-hmm.
Well, who was the woman at the coffee place?
Honestly, if it was who I'm thinking of, it was just an old acquaintance that I ran into. Said, how's your macchiato? And then I peaced out. It was during my lunch break. Not my lunch break.
That's what I
morning.
thought too. I said that we don't have much here. So it sounds, Alicia, I think we can let you guys go in good spirits here. It sounds like all is good. And, maybe this other individual that saw you, Mike, overreacted.
The other individual being her psycho brother. Yes, he definitely did.
Yeah, don't know his name. But
okay.
Thank you for reaching out, Alicia. I'm glad you feel better.
Oh, I guess. We got a lot to talk about.
Can't wait for Thanksgiving.
Okay, thank you for reaching out.
All right.
All right, bye.
Bye.
So, I don't think he's cheating.
No.
She was mad at me.
I don't like that she got mad at you because it doesn't say it in the email at all. Never once did she bring it up to us on the call as well.
It does not say don't mention my brother. Matter of fact, it actually talks all about her brother in the email.
Yes. So that got me
what
upset.
just happened there? What happened? She reached out to us and said, she gave me the whole story. Her brother doesn't like her husband.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I said going in, there's nothing here.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly, I don't believe there's anything there. But they don't seem so nice to each other.
They don't seem happy.
I also think it's a red flag if your brother does not like your husband.
Well,
It's
he's
not great.
jealous. By the way, and why? Because he's jealous that her parents give him more attention. The husband gets more attention than the brother. That's what she told me.
Yeah.
I'm reading the email.
Yeah.
What is it, Patty?
No, I don't want to tell you anything.
Oh.
Was there more to the story?
I accidentally deleted that part from the email
What do you mean you deleted that part from the email?
because we had, I had to make it
Oh, yeah,
shorter.
she abbreviates them for the air.
No. Oh, yeah, you abbreviate them?
I don't
I'm reading the email.
I don't abbreviate them, but I didn't think it was important for you to read that in the email,
You just...
so I just cut it off.
Well, you can't do that. Did you hear her reaction? How would I know that you edited this email? Look at this email. It looks like a full email.
It does. I never knew that Patty edited the email.
What do you do?
Because, sometimes there's some misspellings, and I just clean it up. I add some periods.
So she tidies it
commas.
up so I read it correctly?
Yeah, just so we can have, we get the just.
Patty,
Well,
this
sometimes
is
I get that.
terrible.
Sometimes maybe they're really long too.
Yeah, they're really long. So
We have completely lost the wheels.
I didn't know that was important.
Patty,
Clearly it was like the biggest thing. How could you just make that decision and not tell us?
Patty, what did you feel when she said that?
It got under the desk.
She was like, Patty had this weird reaction. I'm like, why is Patty reacting to all this?
I'm gonna get fired. That's what I was
Gosh.
thinking.
Well, no, I mean, it's an honest mistake, but not a good one.
Sorry, she got really upset.
Sisney, we need you back.
Oh my God.
Sisney's broadcasting from her house. I'm not so sure it's a good idea. Things have changed already.
I have no choice.
Patty's changed.
Patty's changed.
She's tidying up the emails. Oh my gosh, Pat! Now I feel terrible, and I didn't know that was going on.
Well, you didn't know. You're innocent in this whole situation.
I'm gonna call her back and tell her that it's my fault. I take full responsibility for
Well,
it.
we want that on air. That you say it's her fault. It's your
with
fault.
his hand on his hip.
Well, because I have a feeling I'm going to turn her microphone off. She's going to call him back and go, "Sorry about Ryan."
Yeah,
He just,
sorry.
No, I will take responsibility for my wrongdoings.
Okay. It's hysterical. Doing the show today, it's so funny because Sissany is in a closet at her
Yeah,
house.
pretty
but
much.
The background, it's kind of cool. Like your styrofoam is purple and black, and it looks like a really cool closet.
Well, it's a room that's been
it's a room?
closed off in a corner. Like, so I'm surrounded by curtains, like black curtains.
Oh, how?
I wish I could turn
How
this.
covert.
I know, right? Here, let me see if you can see more.
So Sissany's broadcasting from her home because the doc said she'd rather her not come into work.
Yeah.
you
So it's
can-
either that or just stop working. But I was like, what?
What?
No.
But I have to say, if I didn't know that you weren't here, I would think you're here. You sound like you're right here in my room with me in the studio.
Technology. It's perfect.
So, all right, we'll get back to that in a second. But we have a real issue that has never, and Patty, I'm going to need you, that has never surfaced on Ryan's Roses. I didn't realize that Patty, I think in an effort to create a summarized email from people for Ryan's Roses, I think she sometimes consolidates the thoughts and fixes some of the grammar so that when I read it live cold, I don't read screwed up sentences. Mm-hmm. Would that be fair, Patty?
That's pretty fair assessment.
So we just got called out, though, earlier. We had Alicia told us that her brother and her husband, Mike, do not get along. Her brother told her that he saw Mike having coffee with a woman at Starbucks. All right? Which I didn't think that there was so much to that. So we offered Mike the roses, and he wasn't interested. We got on the phone, and as we were explaining to Mike the reason we called, Alicia jumped in and told us that she asked in the email that we did not disclose the fact that her brother saw Mike with this woman at Starbucks. Well, that was news to me because I did not see that request in the email.
This is really weird.
Ryan, I just wanted to jump in. I really thought that you were not going to mention, that it was my brother that saw him. I thought that was clear in my email.
Well, so she called me out. I'm like, clear in the email. There was no sentence about that in the email.
Yeah.
And then the shocking revelation that Patty Rodriguez made an edit to the email. Patty,
So good.
But what did you take out?
Let me pull up the original email. Give me 1 second.
A lot of good that's going to do now.
How is she supposed to know that that's
Well, the
important?
email was pretty long. It's about
But
5
Tanya, that
paragraphs
is
long.
totally important. She's trying to protect her brother. All right, so go ahead,
Says-
Patty.
She writes, just please don't tell my husband that my brother saw him.
Okay, so just to be fair, without that information, how are we supposed to avoid bringing that up? And by the way, that seemed very sensitive to her.
Very.
You know what I think happened? I think I must have highlighted that part without thinking. I don't know what happened. You're right. It's
Maybe you thought you were going to tell Ryan before we went on the air, just like, oh, by the way, and then
No, she didn't.
trying to have her back.
I mean, you can correct grammar and take out,
which
some
I do
stuff.
a lot because people are emotional when they're writing these emails and they just
Ramble.
want to go and
Right.
tell us their whole story,
But-
which makes sense. So I have to clean it up.
But let's go to judgment school. That was a very important protective line so that she didn't out her own brother. And then, by the way, I'm sitting here just kind of listening to the roses, and all of a sudden, Alicia's yelling at me.
Yeah, that was intense.
And I noticed Patty sort of just like
I
was
hit another-
ducking under the counter and turned her mic off.
She's like, oh, something fell on the floor.
Yeah, exactly. So we botched that one. We totally botched that one.
I feel bad.
All right. Oh, gosh. I
Don't feel bad.
Why?
It's part of the master script that you talk about.
Right.
There's a reason why. There's a reason why we mentioned the brother.
Yeah, but it wasn't my job to do that. So I do feel bad. Let me grab Sylvia, Monterey Park. Sylvia, good morning.
Good morning.
Patty is available for you if you need her.
I am very disappointed in her. She just caused family drama right there.
I agree.
It's a sensitive situation in their home, and for that to come out, it's just going to create more problems. And I don't think it's funny. I don't think Tanya should continue to be laughing, and don't think it's a big deal. It is a big deal.
It is a big deal. I have a sister. We're as tight can be. I would want to protect her.
Exactly. And now when they get together for family parties or Christmas and stuff,
It's going to be awkward forever.
It's going to be so awkward. That's
agree.
terrible.
I know. And it was an honest mistake, but it wasn't a great one. All right. Wow.
Now, you should know better than that. That's a big deal.
Listen,
Sorry.
No, we need your honesty. Thank you for calling, Sylvia, okay?
Bye.
If you're just joining us, we totally botched the Ryan's Roses. So can we go back to Ryan's Roses for a second? And you know what? Let's make this a constructive lesson, okay? So Alicia told us that her brother and her husband, Mike, do not get along. And her brother told her that he saw Mike having coffee with a woman at Starbucks, right? So he goes back and says, hey, listen, I think I saw your husband with another woman, kind of winding it up. Mm-hmm. Well, what we didn't realize when Sissy and I saw the email was that Patty edited out a portion of the email, which was a very important component to the email because, listen.
This is really weird.
Ryan, I just wanted to jump in. I really thought that you were not going to mention, that it was my brother that saw him. I thought that was clear in my email.
And so I'm looking up at Patty and Tanya and Sissy going, I don't see it in the email. Well, Patty, I think trying to do a good job, decided to take the liberty of editing that out of the email version that I read on the air. So we all make mistakes. And I think she was doing it from a good place. Let me grab Kelly, San Francisco. Kelly, you're on with us.
Well, good morning.
Good morning.
I was calling because, like you said, Patty made an honest mistake, but really I have to give her major credit because in the moment she could have said she didn't know anything about it, but she put honesty above her own ego and did the right thing.
Sorry, where was the honesty?
Well, she owned up to it.
Oh, yeah, afterwards.
She owned it right away.
Right
No,
away.
she
She
owned
did,
it
you're
right
right.
away. She said, yep, I did this. So, people make mistakes. That's the first mistake I've ever heard her make. So,
Yeah, that's the first mistake she's ever made, actually, in the history of the show.
okay. And, people who call in, who's that's the Ryan's Roses, they need to be ready to be honest with what's going on. And
Agreed.
so how the information came. Expectation to put on you guys because it would have come out eventually. It's not like the husband and the brother are best friends to begin with.
I think that's fair. We just expedited the process. All right, thanks for calling. Let me go to Ted. Ted is in Sherman Oaks. Ted, how are you, buddy?
I'm fine. I'm just wondering why everybody thinks you're, because I was worried for Patty too, and everyone must think you're like just this horrible man who's going to like get all over Patty about this, because we're all concerned for Patty.
Yeah, we are.
That she made a mistake, and Ryan, obviously, you're taking this. You understand how it is.
Oh, listen.
Mistakes happen. She's got a lot going on.
She does.
She's working her butt off for
She's
you.
got 2 kids. She's working her butt off. The only thing that struck us, and I think Sissy and I both looked at each other, was like when the caller, Alicia, started like yell at me and get mad at me. I didn't know why because I didn't have all the information.
Right.
Sure.
So
Patty, Ryan, you don't, obviously don't feel bad for what happened, and Patty, try not to feel too bad about. I know she's going to feel bad about this.
No, she's not. She's over it. She's over it.
But she's a professional, and she knows she never makes mistakes, so this is going to be tough on her. But It's okay. Keep powering through, and it would have come out eventually anyway. So you guys are you're fine.
It's true. I agree. And by the way, Patty, from someone who makes mistakes, I would say 6 or 7 times per broadcast, you're gonna get over this.
I hope so.
Yeah, this is your first one. It's your first one.
I feel really bad now.
By the way, you should know you have quite a fan club. Everybody's calling in wanting to speak to Patty. So, hey, Blake in Long Beach, are you a Patty fan?
Yes, I am. I love Patty.
I do too.
Nice.
Anything we can do for you?
Well, I was calling because I heard the call, and 2 thoughts. Either I think it was an honest mistake, but if this woman wants honesty in her relationship, then she should have been honest from the get-go with her husband.
Right.
And also, I heard a caller say that Patty started some drama, but this was obviously happening before this call. It didn't just happen today.
Yeah.
That or Patty loves drama, and she did that on purpose.
Well,
no.
I'm kidding.
No. Thanks for calling. When we first started working here, Patty I think she liked drama. It wasn't like bad drama, but she liked to be in the mix and stir it up. Now she is so exhausted. She's got 2 kids. She's working here. Drama's not interesting to her at all. But I want to make an announcement, if that's okay. Mm-hmm. Do you guys mind? So Sissany is broadcasting from a styrofoam room in her house right now because she's pregnant with twins, and it could come any day. It's the due date, the birth. And so she's going to be taking time to have those babies. Well, guess who is going to come back and fill in and make the Ryan's Roses calls?
Well, I know, so.
Patty Rodriguez.
Yeah.
Wait, I am?
Yeah. You don't know this yet?
I have no idea.
I have an
announcement. And actually, I think she'll even start like this week, even while I'm still here, to kind of get back in the groove.
Yeah, just to get you sort of into it. But Patty was the founder.
Start.
Patty was the founder of the Roses
Yes.
calls. Like this is what she did. So everybody's excited that Patty will be making the Roses calls. So that was the Ryan's Roses. And for the first time, we got called out by Alicia, who was like, Ryan, I said in the email, don't mention it was my brother. And I'm literally like reading the email and reading it again. There's no line about her brother in there because Patty edited it out for the version that I read on a clean piece of paper. I think she thought it wasn't important to all of it. And, she used her judgment. That's fine. Everyone makes mistakes. That's fine. But Brittany and Simi Valley, it's okay. We'll give Patty this one, right?
Yes. Are you talking to me?
I'm talking to you
Sorry.
or Britney Spears.
My bad. Okay, hey, good morning, guys. And I just want to say, Patty, I love you, girl. My hat goes to you. And I just want to say, everyone that's writing your tale in L.A. and that girl who called on you and was talking to me smack to my girl, Tanya, listen, I'm so happy she's so perfect in her life. Good for her. People make mistakes.
Yeah.
And I know you're going to think back on this maybe 6 months from now and kind of feel like, oh, dang,
I feel really bad. But just know that good people, successful people make mistakes. And hey, if this is your first one, and all
ever.
of the years that you have been here and on the radio, and I just want to say I applaud you, because it's so hard to even find people like that.
I agree.
I'm a little, I'm a little jumpy because I was like heated when people were calling on her, like, "Oh, I'm so disappointed." You know what? Good for you if you're perfect in your everyday life.
Here's the good that came out of it. No one on this show is perfect, trust me. But here's the good that came out of it. We just decided to reward Patty with coming back to Rose's to make the call from the flower shop while Sisney's on maternity leave. So she's coming back.
OG of Ryan.
Yeah.
She's the OG Rose's
right.
call.
Girlfriend,
What's up?
Looking forward to hearing your beautiful voice again.
All right. Well, we love you. Thank you for calling, okay?
Good morning, everyone. Have a great day. Make it a blessed day, and God bless.